Okay, thank you, sir. So let's begin. We're going to be approving our minutes for last month's meeting. We talked a lot about our diabetes. I think our diabetes walk went really well. For it to be during the week, and people had just come back from Thanksgiving, we still had a good amount.
And there was a lot of
other events going on. So we get it. So maybe next time when we do schedule this, we already know when we first meet in August, we already planned it. So that we can already start preparing and do bigger and better things. But for Ms. Laredo's and mine, our first event, we did pretty good. Ms. Laredo organized it very well. So we're here today because we want to still talk about the Texas Immunization Registry. We have here Mr. Jorge Cervantes. Contreras. And he is in place of Ms. Cheyenne Moraida. Ms. Cheyenne brought into the SHAC meeting a couple of last month or 2 months ago about how we really need to get our seniors have them fill their consents. If you look here, we have 95 students right now that are 18 years old. Out of the 95, we have 65 that already have signed their consent, so they have their own immunization record. Now they won't get destroyed. Remember how we talked about how they would get destroyed after a certain age? Then we are going to, we have 65, I think we're doing pretty good for that. Sir, do you have anything you want to share about that?
Oh, at least because the thing is, I'm a former alumni of LFISD. I graduated back in 2016. And at least when I graduated, one of the requirements was community hours as a requirement. And I know with the MTRAC registry, it's very important because it helps you track, the immunization rates, not just counties, but also, your child, that you need to see if they're up to date regarding, immunization regarding, varicella, polio, all the recommendations. So in order for, to keep on going the track of having everybody in the system, which the system, the MTRAC registry, is important because that's what allows DSHS, which is the Texas Department of State Health Services, and also local partners, so it can be hospitals, counties, such as ourselves, like Cameron County, allows us to see the numbers regarding what are the levels of the kids who are immunized. And the goals of the MTRAC registry is to have 90% coverage.
Okay.
And I know one of the requirements, at least for me, when Ms. Cheyenne was talking to me earlier, was to have, in a way, as a senior checkup, having your MTRAC registry filled out. And that's what ensures, seniors that, when you go into college, you get lost. You're always going to think about MTRAC when you're in college. And it's what helps to protect, because the cutoff age for MTRAC is 26. So as you pass 26 years of age, if you're not filled out that form, all that information is gone. So whenever you're in your 40s, you want to check for any medical procedures, and you're asking you for your MTRAC registry, it's important to have that in hand, which it also plays into policies and also into ways we can implement to increase vaccination rates.
And what Ms. Saldivar did, our school registered nurse, is that she pretty much got it going right away, and she started putting all the kids that were 18 years old and started getting them signed. Now she's double checking every month who turned 18. As you can see in the bullet there, she's running reports monthly to whoever turns 18 can get them out, can get that signed.
So my son is already 18.
So he probably already signed yours.
So I'll just talk, can I just talk to her and say she's already signed her?
Yes. So, and then she's also going to be doing college and career. She'll be joining in the counselor that's doing the college and career presentations, and she's going to show them and share with them the information about MTRAC adults. So I think that's pretty good. This is a good idea, and we're running with it with Ms. Moraida, and we're hoping that we can meet our goal, of course, of 90 or above % by the end of the year. So we're going to always be getting goal settings on this, okay, every month. So that is what I know.
Yes. So they will go and just pass out the folders.
Okay.
This folder pretty much has a little bit of information regarding our services that we provide here in Cameron County clinics. We have them in Cardigan, San Benito, Bronzeville, and Port Isabel. So it just has a little bit of information regarding the services. And for services, we don't ask for no insurance or use your social security number. It's completely free for anyone. And the service that we provide is focused more on the preventative measures, so like immunizations, family planning, STD screening. And we also have Title 10, which if a child gets into reproductive age, they can come into our clinics, get the services without parents' consent.
Okay, so it's the pregnancy services.
Yeah, so it can be either, it could be preventatives, it could be contraceptives, it could be condoms, it can be, that's one of the services.
Preventive. This is one thing that we want to talk to you all about next spring. You know, back then, maybe like what, 10, 15 years ago, we had a high number of pregnancies. We're starting to see them again in the high school. So we need to start working with our community, with you all.
Yes.
Because of public health to get us going as to what we can help with our family, with our young mothers. Because it is a responsibility that we do preventative, that we do during pregnancy care, and then even after. So I'm going to start looking at those numbers to see, even if it's one too many, right? So we're going to look into that, and I know Ms. Bento, our special foster, or executive director of special pops, she is oversees that department. So she may be joining us in the next couple of months regarding the teen pregnancy.
I just want to make a quick one. A lot of the girls that are pregnant right now, and it has come across to me like one of the big problems is they don't know how to be parents. They're very not from the father's side and the mother's side. So and those children are getting left behind. If you don't have that parent, because ultimately the biological parents are the parents. That's the future. So how do you prepare them? And the child's already here. How do you enrich them and help them? Have those skills as the basics to know. Of course, their family has to be supported, or sometimes they don't have that family support. So one of my concerns is, I don't know our school districts or others, or the region, how severe, how the increase of pregnancy, but for the ones that are already pregnant, the ones that already have kids, are we going to be doing anything to educate them, to with your department and stuff like that, to provide services?
Because I know we have WAKE as well, which services start right at pregnancy. So we also have those avenues where, let's say a child comes into our clinics, we get them, okay, if you're coming from a low socioeconomic status point, then we can refer you to WAKE, and that's where you can get your meals and so on and so forth.
And what about the educational part of it? I know we want them to, complete their education.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We do have a social worker, our district has a social worker, and that social worker would also help with the education, the parenting, probably even connect with the health services, saying like, hey, these are the services. So the social worker will be in the outreach for other resources to come in and educate the team, but also we as a district. So I'm going to try to see if we can get you some numbers or where we're at with La Feria, but I know last year we were at a concern.
And I like the preventative.
Yes, preventative as well.
And also, if I were to interject, I think one of the most important aspects is letting parents and also the students know that the services exist. Because as we live in a border community, we have a majority of the population that don't speak very English well or don't have proper documentation. And with the public, with our public things too, we don't look at that. We there to serve the community and focus on the preventatives, which in the pandemic we saw how how it impacted how preventative we were, and that's why it related to such.
So I think you'll see our social worker. I know her name is Shelby, but I don't know her last name. But she has a social worker outside the school setting, so she has resources available as well. So I'll probably bring her in next time, invite her, so that we can, y'all can meet her and see how she works, what ideas she has to help with her students as well, and also make those connections that she needs for those families.
Maybe Lillian, I don't know, down the road they can, I don't know how everything works, how everything lines up, but maybe as young as junior high, getting them into that, and maybe somehow tap into that to their athletics period.
Okay.
That's a requirement for the kids to be in athletics, correct? Whether it's athletics or, you know, your just your PEs. And then maybe also, I understand there's a social worker now, but maybe like once the child is pregnant but preventive, so she, you know, she can get pregnant again, or you help her get on something, or
Yes.
you know, because some of these girls, they don't know anything.
Yeah.
Or even scaling back, you know, not just, you know, attacking when it's already present there, you know, focus on education, focus on, you know,
Yes.
having the students know about, because, you know, the day and age with technology, you can have the whole world at your fingertips. So it's not like back then where it's a lot harder and everything, I think, you can get anything delivered to your house like that, so.
And not everybody has parents that look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or someone that can.
Or even have the nuclear family, you know, with today's age, you know, with the family function is completely different how it was back then. So also take it into consideration as well.
I don't want you to think that we have 100 girls, maybe 25, I don't know the number, but I know it's not that many. Even if it's one too many, okay? Because we have a lot of resources available within our community, outside the community, to educate our students as well. But yes, I like all that. These are recommendations that I will take back to our superintendent and we can move forward.
Yeah, definitely look in to see what, and it might be red tape, and ask, you know, what will the district allow to educate, you know,
Do we have,
boys and girls.
Ms. Ramos, do we have in the SHAC any of the churches local? Because I know we have like about 12 local churches here in just La Feria alone. And I know they have services that are provided through their church. You know, if it's counseling, if it's any type of, you know, in addition to help. And pretty much a lot of these kids, their families are members of some church. And if we can get one of the church members to come and be involved in the SHAC and see what they also provide for anything that we might think the SHAC is responsible for, but like counseling, like family structure, values, because this is, you know, how do you help them for the future? A lot of it is based off of that, and I know that a lot of families don't. A lot of kids might not have that support, and where can we find it, you know, for them? Because we can't be 24/7 holding their hand and teaching them either, but how do we inspire them? How do we encourage them? Even though the baby's already here, how do we say, hey, you can do this, there's daycares, you know, we can help you. I know Academy's always been a big resource.
One thing, you know, we talk a lot about the mother, but also
The father.
Educate father. We also have to educate him as well. So those, you know, there's a lot of factors involved. So yes, let me bring this back to the district and see what we can do to help.
Maybe do like an awareness day or awareness, I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe during the lunch, I mean, I know it's taboo, it might still be kind of like, thinking too far, but.
And the thing is, that's the thing that we need to dismantle, is that taboo.
Yeah,
it should
I mean, we're living in a society that, you know, it's bringing ideas from all sorts of life, and we shouldn't just live in it because it's just taboo.
And also,
you know, we should just, you know, expand our borders.
It's sexual transmitted diseases, and people don't understand that right now we have a high on sexual transmitted diseases, even if they're not pregnant. And that's another one that's another reason why we should be, you know, a little bit looking into this, because that's important. The health of the kids, and you know, because they're all, you know, being sexually active, and then the pregnancies that are happening. And I don't know, Our Lady of the Lake also has
Yes,
counseling, and I don't know if they have. I know, like for, I don't know if you need adoptive parents, or they have like parenting, how to make you a better parent. So, you know, the social worker might be able to reach out to local counselors and have these kids sign up to these, you know, that'll teach you how to, it's just to have that communication with the parent, communicate with the, like, if they're not together anymore, and to raise that child together, how do you communicate with the other parent? So, just things like that.
Any other, this is good discussion, and you'll see it in our next SHAC meeting, what we'll be doing. But I first got to bring it up to our superintendent. You know, the next one is called It's Time for Texas Community Challenges. It's that time of month, it's at that time again in January. You want to come over, Tanya?
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and pass out a couple of flyers, just so you guys, have some reading paper
information as well. So we are a nonprofit organization that teams up with schools in their journey through health. And it looks in many different ways. We've been teaming up with LFISD, and with one of the first projects that we did with them is that we had a peer professional workshop on how to prevent burnout and how to use the tools they have and how to make their tools build stronger, to learn how to prioritize their health first, their well-being, and then work, right? And it's a tough field, and it's hard. And so we teamed up with one of a clinic called Hope Clinic. They're from McAllen, and they're wonderful. Roxanne, she was our therapist that came forward. And she gave this wonderful presentation for them and gave them wonderful tools. We did a survey. I don't know exactly the results of the survey, but it's more than 90% of all of them felt like they loved it. We had a great time. We even had people in tears. It was really nice. It was a great experience. I know that the professionals really appreciated this from the school district. We had lunch, and they also got a $25 gift card just for participation.
So every paraprofessional went to that training,
Yes.
and they got a $25 gift card from HEB, I believe?
Yes.
HEB. But they also learned relaxation techniques, de-stressing techniques,
Meditation techniques.
to where, they're not certified teachers, but man, they also carry a big responsibility. They're the ones that are in and out of those classrooms dealing with some of those behaviors, that they need that additional support. So I thought that was pretty neat that Expand Texas provided that for our parents.
And so we are teaming up with other ways. We also spoke to Ms. Cynthia, which is the nutrition director, and we're teaming up with her to help them apply for they want to apply for America's Healthiest Schools, which is an award. And so we were helping her fill out this application, and we just pretty much had a conversation with her, all the great things you guys are already doing and how to highlight them so they look great in this application. And how these things that they're already doing, how we can build on them and make them even better and stronger to work, not only for the school district, but for the community as a whole. And so our next project that we have is one of our big programs that we have here at Expand Texas that people usually know us for. It's Expand Texas Community Challenge. And we challenge all communities and all school districts to participate. And what is it? It's an 8-week healthy habits competition. And it's all about just being healthy. And it's a way to start the year, to start this spark and start new goals. So you download an app, and in this app you track every time you do something healthy, like you drink water. You took 2 minutes to meditate, you walked your dog, you had a healthy snack, you closed your computer on time. Anything that's a healthy habit, you track it, and it gives points to your school district.
Like you know, I have that downloaded. Can we do that like right now, or we have to wait to the?
So you can start using it now, but the points aren't going to count till January 9th. That's when you start. Then register early, so that gives you automatically 500 points, and it gives the school district 250 points. And then you can go to our website. There's a Slack that says Partner Hub, and on there it says how to get points. And there's many ways you guys can
So it's pretty neat. So like if you're drinking water, you go for a walk, whatever it is, you get the 50 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed last year, because it's a community contest, right? I mean, this community versus this community, and Los Fresnos was like automatically
They
won.
won.
And we're like, I was trying to figure out how, what did they do? And the only thing I can think of is they probably gave like an incentive to their teachers, like maybe wear jeans for the week, just by signing up. You sign up, you get 500 points.
So a way that you guys can register every teacher in the school district and a bunch of parents, we have a spreadsheet on our website that you can download, and you just fill out what it is.
You want to get on?
Yeah, you can get on it if you want.
Okay,
And
what's it called?
it's timetexas.com.
I like that idea, what you said.
And so there's a spreadsheet, and you can just fill it out with that information, and it automatically gives you, it's called a group registration. It gives you points for group registration. It gives you points for early registration. The only thing is that those people don't get their points until they log on their first healthy action.
So it doesn't take effect until.
But the school district still gets the points. So, and if you have any events, say you have a football game, or you had that walk last week, you have people, you just, you start giving out flyers, and you take pictures, you go to our website, and you say you hosted a registration event. You get another 5,000 points.
Okay, so we had a basketball game, like pass out flyers and I hosted this event?
You have to take pictures, and then on there, so you go onto our website, and you go.
I'll be at every basketball game.
So this community challenge, and so you can register there. This is our main page, and then you go here, and you can see sign the pledge, which you guys already did, and then this is our partner resource hub.
And then it also has a take the pledge and refer a friend.
Yes.
That's when you.
And if you refer a friend, you get points as well. And so here you have flyers. We have a webinar little video explains how it works. We have links. So here we have our group registration template. So it opens and it downloads it for you, and it tells you what we need, and we just really need to fill these out. First name, email, and so on, and you email it to me, and we get all those people registered. And if you host an event, you just take pictures. If you go back to the website, I think there's one here for points, community partner points, and then you say who you are, what you did. If you have the mayor or the superintendent, you take a video and you sign in the pledge. You get 5,000 points. So you can like go through our website. There's many ways to win, and that's how Los Fresnos wins. They do them all. They have one person designated left. You're a leader, and so this year you guys got third place. We decided that hey, we want to help the underdogs. It's not fair that Los Fresnos has been winning. They don't need our help anymore. So this year we have this plan called. We're calling the Health Champions in Lafayette. So we're inviting the SHAC members, because you guys are the health leaders in Lafayette, because the SHAC means School Health Advisory Council. So you guys are the health leaders. We're inviting you guys, and we're inviting any teachers or any staff members that want to be a health champion. And so what is a health champion? You guys got a flyer right there. It's somebody who's going to motivate people to register. It's somebody who's going to lead by example. It's somebody who's going to encourage people. It's somebody who might post these walks, which you guys are already doing. And somebody who shares, posts on social media. So if you do this, what do you get? You get automatically $25 gift card to HEB. You get a t-shirt, you get a goodie bag, and then 2 out of the people that register, I have 20 spots. So far I have 3 people registered. 2 out of those people, my leaders, are going to get a $500 gift card.
Oh my God.
A Visa $500 gift card to use for whatever you want.
So if all the SHAC members,
Nobody cares.
Yeah, you're a leader. You're going to sign up.
I don't know if this is not.
Yeah, real quick.
Sign up. So all you got to do is scan the barcode, and it's going to ask you to sign the pledge that yes, you're going to be a leader, and it's going to shoot me an email, and then I'm going to shoot you an email back, and then starting the new year, I'm going to meet with you guys, and I'm going to give you your t-shirts, your everything, but you got to start promoting people.
so can we as a SHAC group say we're going to be leaders?
Everybody gets $100.
We'll get a $25 gift card.
You're going to get a $25 gift card, for sure. Which one is it?
So the problem is that, I mean, I'm going to tell people to be healthy when I know.
Well, you know what? That's where you're...
But then, you know, I do once in a while, you know, I have my check and have my salad, you know, okay, you know, instead of reading, you know, I do all my best to do it.
But that's
all we're asking.
your best.
You are being your genuine self, and those are the best kind of champions, because nobody's perfect. And you can be honest, be like, oop, I fell off the wagon today, I don't get a point today, but you know what, I was walking.
You know, when you look at the app and you see who's ahead of you, and you're like, I'm gonna get the points, you make sure to log in every
Yeah,
day.
because I'm a person that I do it. But then if there's somebody that's pushing me, I'll do it. Because
everybody's listening because we're committed to so many things at once, but I think to be healthy and New Year's is coming around and we set our goals for the new year coming in, and I think if we sign up as a SHAC, we have more SHAC members, okay? I think that, and we should share our phone numbers and encourage AA and figure out how we can, and then also, Ms. Ramos can speak to the superintendent, see how you can share this information at a campus level and have an assigned leader in that campus to encourage and maybe have an incentive where if a class, even the kids, if they get it, because I know COVID, because we were in shutdown mode, a lot of us ate a lot of times, I did. And this will allow the kids to get, Mom, you need to get in there and competition is a good, friendly, positive, health competition within your own family, within each classroom. It's just gonna have to, it'll spread. But if we set the example, because that's what we represent, and it's not gonna hurt us, okay? It's not hurting our health. It is encouraging, and hopefully we hold each other accountable. And even if you just lose 2 pounds, I'm excited for you, okay? But that also helps your kids, because my son also needs to get healthy. I don't want him to get diabetes. So I think it's, we need to I know it's a commitment, but
What's your name?
I'm sorry?
What's your name?
Alma.
Alma first.
We should do it. Because if we're going to be promoting this and we're representing SHAC and you guys are members of the SHAC, and then we can share that information, say, hey, I lost this much, and I think how many months is this?
It's 8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 weeks. And even if
put it in social media and just share, like let's say she shows that she walked, hey, I'm not, encourage them,
or we can have a Facebook group page or whatever, WhatsApp or whatever, send each other. That's how you start it, okay? I just think I'm not going to be the champion. I just want to be part of the group. I want a parent that hasn't been a leader and take this initiative to do it.
So I think it would be great that all of us in the SHAC do it, register, we're champions, and then you promote it the way you want to, whatever way.
Whatever way we can.
Even if it's just to share that you were eating a healthy meal, or you did a protein shake, or whatever. But I think we can all do it, Sonia.
I think so too. It would help. even on the days of, what is it, Wednesday wellness? You go walk.
I have it now.
Okay, well, just take a picture, ask the girls. What's your name? The group that walks. So they can.
Yeah, I sent the app, I sent it to the ceremony, she had it, and I sent it to other people, to other people.
On my banner.
8 weeks, and then they both like.
How many you want? You're gonna pay us all your money.
I don't walk. I told my friend that she's gonna close me marathons, and I will meet the 2 quarters. You could run, but you just have to wait for me.
This one's the only one.
3 days later, because I'm gonna walk the 20s. I can walk. I don't mind. I'm a bit tired, but
Like my grandma's 92, and I have the what is it called, the walker, or the chair. I told her go down the hallway, and I go, that's to me an accomplishment.
Yeah.
She needs that activity.
So who's gonna sign up? Who's gonna sign up for this challenge? Like just participate in the challenge. Great, can I have a little something for you? You show me that you start registering yet? So these are little ice chills, are you gonna register?
I'll register right now.
Yes, you can register, you can represent our community or your kids.
I live here.
You live here, perfect.
You don't like to.
Like I don't understand it. Like which one is the leader and which one is the participation?
This one's the participation one, and this is the leader one because it says La Feria.
Okay. Can you explain that to me again? The leader, what does it do?
So if you are a leader, you're going to encourage this, and you're going to register to be a leader. And so I'm only going to accept 20 of them, and I'm going to be text messaging them every week, giving them like things to share with other people, maybe like recipes, maybe workouts. And then this person gets an automatically $25 gift card, a t-shirt, a button. They're gonna get a bunch of, like a bag of swag to encourage other people to sign up. And then the 2 top leaders that get the most people registered, or that we see are doing like the fast, get a $500 gift card.
Wow.
And it's pretty easy if you think about
Do we
it.
register that one here too in the app, or that's in something else?
There's 2 different, yeah,
There's 2 different codes, one.
there's different.
Because I have the app
So
already,
this is with champion,
which is,
and
this will be
just to
the,
participate.
this will be only the app, right? This will be
So
the
this is to
app.
be a champion, and then also
I
participate.
believe so. Has a QR code here.
Yeah, so that one's just to participate.
This one, okay, because I have this one already.
Yeah, you already have that one.
Like already, like.
Yeah, you can put a little check mark on it.
And then where do we do this one? I mean, I'm gonna.
Then you scan that code here. And it's gonna ask you a couple questions. Are you gonna register too? How old are you? The cutoff is 12. So just so you know. Then 2 years. But you can still scan your mom's points. And take pictures for her.
So when we get people to sign up or participate, how does we let you know, or how does that work?
Just keep a track of them. Keep a track of them, and then I'll have like a meeting or like a chat and be like, hey, how are you guys? And you can just let us know. But we'll kind of know how much the numbers are growing, because we can see. So far, La Feria has about 50 people registered, which is pretty good for like early December. But last year, you guys did.
So here of course says I am with La Feria School Health Advisory Council member.
Yes. Your health advisory. Awesome. All right, do you guys have any questions? And if you guys, I can give you my email or my phone number if you guys have any questions. If you register for that, you will receive an email from me.
So I have to register for this one, I registered for normal.
This one's for the challenge that you have to register anyways, and this is to be a champion.
Do we get points if we share the app?
I think there's like a refer a friend, and
Yeah.
you do get points when you refer a friend.
I'm gonna have this
Because
superintendent.
everybody referrals
Yeah,
and friends
these are all
are they have gotten
Yes.
the thing.
Okay, so let's all sign up. I think it's a great thing. I have a question for you, and I hope you all don't. Do my text, do the emails that I send you, or no, the text message I send you, are they too invasive? Are they always like, am I always sending you too many?
I haven't received any, because the last email thing, the last check, I got it through email.
Okay.
Okay, and then.
Did y'all want to see what message
And then today, yesterday, I forgot about it, it's like, oh, and then it's.
I just don't want you to.
But you put lead temperature in, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, that's only.
Okay, I just want to let y'all know that I have my secretary send it to you all. And she's like, I think you may be overdoing it. I was like, oh.
I actually like it.
I sent you a mail, a letter, an invite, right?
I don't remember seeing that email.
Oh, not an email, I'm sorry. I sent you a mail, a letter.
For today?
Yes.
I'm not
Did y'all
gonna.
get it?
Not as
I did, yeah, in the mail, but your reminder was awesome because I completely forgot.
Yeah, even though it was on the prayer dress, you don't get the reminder.
Okay.
You see, because I didn't receive the mail. Because
You're doing a good job.
the first
Yeah.
last month, see, I received the letter through email and I received it.
I'll double check your email. I'm here, guys. Okay, the next one that we have, stay on track, is our annual family parent conference. And we decided as a district to have it on the 26th of January. Texas Tech will be there. This is a good place to promote Texas time, and we're going to be trying to see how many people we can register. But this year, Ms. Laredo, you know, she's working really hard and getting our parents more involved. And she was brainstorming, and we like the idea of strengthening our family. Because we have good families in our community. Sometimes we just don't know, like how Ms. Laura said, some parents just don't know. So what are we going to do? We're going to strengthen them by giving them information that they need. So this is our conference for this year. It's going to be on the 26th at La Feria High School, strengthening our families. I want you to look at this, the list of sessions. These are just tentative sessions. We're going to talk to them about college and career, early college, family student safety, how can I help my child at home, literacy tools, positive parenting, self-care, social and emotional, technology, early childhood, bullying, drugs, how can I help my child with learning disabilities, what families should I know, what families should know about the STAR test, registration information for 23-24. Also, we're going to put in here Texas Time, the Healthy Challenge as well. We're going to have all of this, but we're also, what do you think would also help to strengthen our families? What other concepts, topics do y'all think as a parent? Do you feel? These are just very vague topics, and we're going to go in and dive into them and build from there.
Billy, at these events, do you have different organizations that come in, or don't we just look at our ISD?
No, we can get other organizations.
For what it's worth, what about reaching out to the local churches? Maybe they want to come and, you know, not necessarily preach or, hey, this is our the days that we have our services or something, you know. Something.
Local church community?
Yeah.
Okay, see what they offer?
Yeah.
Also Lady of the Lake. Who knew that Lady of the Lake offers family services? You know? So Lady of the Lake, oh, this is, and do you know of anything?
And a lot of them offer food too, like that food pantries, a lot of those churches.
So one of the things that, yes, exactly. One of the things that Mrs. Gus is our food and service director, in that application that we're filling out, one of the questions is, what are we doing to reach out to the community about food? You know, like we have not extra food, but food that's about to expire. What do we do with it? Say, if a family comes to Mrs. Casas and says, hey, we're in need, does she have a list of services out in the community that say, oh, this church offers this food? So she needs to be aware of all the resources out there. So it's good that we know what we have, what tools we have within our community to help our families in need.
I would like to see like a medical, like a first aid informational, like how to get CPR, how to stop the bleed. We should have the M-Track people there as well. I don't know, that goes with college and career or something. Okay, and also, I know the school district develops the students, you know, encourages high quality of education. We support and develop the teachers. But is there any organization that provides any support for parents that want to get a higher education, or you know, help them with they have a COVID created all these jobs, right? Like they started working how to do an LLC, like a business type of setting for parents, or financial literacy, you know, just things, because to me, it's great that we have the pantries and stuff like that, but it's kind of concerning that, I don't know, we have a bunch of pantries. We have American Legion, we have the Methodist, also the Baptist, the Catholic, Bishop of Peace. A lot of these churches provide a lot of food, and the lines are getting bigger. And a lot of them are local, and then you see coming from all over the valley. You know, they get the lines are huge, and it's only getting bigger. So, you know, with the first aid response and all that, you know, how to sustain your family, you know, how to, you know, go natural, how do you grow herbs and stuff that is something great to learn. I know we are all about technology. That is great, and because that's where we're going. But if there's a freeze or there's no light, the survival skills, we use that. And the parents are too busy working. We don't teach how to. I know it's something that you guys don't think about, but like how to knit. It's relaxing. It's things that are very that we don't do now. It's not. It has gone away because we're so busy with work.
I remember the others. I have my sister there in another school district, and I remember them saying in Brownsville, instead of like the parent meetings in the mornings, even the ladies and how to
and they don't know how to do it.
Maybe in a parental meeting, do that instead of focusing on this or that, to do like a first aid, the kneading,
Like, because I know, like, for instance, for me, I learned the CPR for infants, and but you have to reuse that every 3 years. But I never thought I was going to use it until I used it, and it was scary. So I think those are vital.
So just things that we need in our daily life
that
to strengthen our family.
Family, yeah.
So CPR, stop the bleed, what is it that you said? GED services. We have GED services here, just right here down the hall, right here. We have classes for being provided from Brownsville that come and provide GED services.
Or the English classes, I think.
The English classes.
That's what.
Oh no, the English classes.
The English classes, yeah. Anything that we don't think that we might not be suffering or we're not lacking, but there's families that actually do. And mentoring for kids, for families, for kids that are that come up from a bad situation where the father's in jail and the mother's I don't know where she's at or she's too busy working. How does a community, work? I know this is parent and your family to strengthen families, but what about those kids that don't have that? Don't have that, and they become the parent or they become the leader. How do we help? Start a mentorship program where it takes one person to have that. You can do it. How's your day? Because we are kind of tied with, the teachers do so much and the counselors do so much, but how do we reach out to, like you said, the churches or Our Lady of the Lake or teachers that are retired to come in and be to the kids and kind of have that conversation, say, how are you doing today? And say, oh, I hate that teacher. And say, well, why? Well, I don't understand this, and have that encouragement, because if they might not have a dad or a mom that say, hey, you're doing a good job, you can do it. They need that. That's all they need. We need it in our work. So something like a mentorship program that an organization that already is established and it knows what they're doing can help that if it's something like that. Because I know we have counseling for parents and marriage counseling and all that.
All these ideas, I wish Ms. Laredo was here, but Ms. Laredo wasn't able to make it. She's thinking off to tell us tomorrow she has to take care of the business before she leaves. So we'll work on that.
I'm sorry, I have to leave.
That's okay. The next one is the social emotional. We got a request from Texas Youth Tobacco Survey, and they would like for Lafayette High School, Lafayette ISD to participate in this survey. And either whatever school district, we can get either $500 or we get a district level report after the survey administration is completed. This survey will plan tobacco prevention. In other words, drug prevention and how to stop any activities that are going on in our district. This survey would be great for SHAC to promote, and this survey would count as a SHAC activity. This survey is going to will be sent to our students, and they will be asked what they know about tobacco, what they know about cigarette, about the drug use. This is basically going to be from certain age grade levels. I think it starts from when you're 15 years old, if I'm not mistaken, and up. But we're going to get a clear view when we ask for the district report how they're doing it. The downfall to this is they're going to be afraid to answer truthfully. They're going to say they've never smoked, they've never done this and that. So do we really get a true picture of our students? Is this something that we want to promote and through the SHAC and say, this is what we want to do for our students? Survey them and ask them, you know, the kind of questions that they ask probably is, have you ever smoked? How many do you smoke? Have you ever tried it? How do you feel? Sometimes they're afraid. And they're not gonna give us La Feria ISD true picture. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but at the same time, I just wanna present it to you all as a committee and see how you wanna go with this tobacco.
Not really put anything. I think one of the most important is the way you approach it. I mean, a survey is a survey. I mean, a survey is not necessarily just to gather information, gather data. So I feel like if it's coming from the school district and then implement and say, okay, this is just a survey just to understand, you know, the behaviors that is within our youth, then the student will be, okay, I'm not gonna get in trouble. So I feel like I have to come with the school district, so I'm saying there's no repercussions.
You say have to put their names?
I believe
Yeah.
it's anonymous.
Yeah, it's anonymous.
Or is it electronic?
It's an electronic survey.
I think if it's anonymous.
It's even easier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
honest.
electronic to be easier.
As long as they don't have to log into their own.
I'm afraid, I've never seen this survey before, but if they do have to ask their name or their email, then that's where we're gonna get some false information.
I think if there's a way where it's not trackable, you might get a good response.
So maybe I'll call them and say, the survey, is it anonymous? And then they say, no, we're going to get the students' information, you know.
They're not gonna answer.
Why don't you say it's somebody else hosting the survey? Like have a third party like it's in Texas.
No, but if the problem we're discussing,
Do you also
is they do not want to put their name and their student ID,
It's gonna
they're
skew
not
the
going
results,
to answer
yeah.
honestly. And right now,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I know that.
100% honest, the high school has a problem with vaping, and I know that. So it is something that is concerning and needs to be addressed.
So this shows us that we can get credit for, I mean, I'm not too worried about credit. I just want to make sure, I wanted to present it to you all, run it through the SHAC. If you all feel that this is something that we want to promote and push it, I'll go ahead. But please understand that some kids are going to be like, even though it's anonymous, they're going to leak it to my computer or to my phone and forget it. You know, so I don't know. I am just thinking.
Yeah, that's if you put them in a thing and put them in the paper and take them home, or, you know, do it, bring it to later, you know, lots of that papers all over the floor and they're in the ass.
Yeah, but most of the kids are just not going to want to do it, period, because they don't
But
want to get in trouble.
I also agree with Ms. Leona, that Ms. Henderson, that we do have concerns at our high school. So hopefully that our kids are truthful, you know.
Who is receiving the information?
They will get the Texas, I have it here.
Not the school district.
The school district at the end will get a survey. I mean, we'll get the results. Either we get the $500 or we get a district level report. I think we need a district level report instead of the $500.
Yeah.
It's from Behavioral Health Services, and they're the third party one, but it's going to be through Texas Youth Tobacco Survey. And we're one of the 36 school districts in Texas that were selected to participate in the survey. So if you want me to, we can go for it. It's with the Texas Department of State Health Services, sorry. How much will the survey cost? It's free. What grades are going to be included? Well, I told you 15 years and above, no, it's grades 6 through 12. What formats are available for the Texas survey? There's two formats, the paper pencil or the online version, and we can pick either one. What is the sample size? We need 12 classrooms. How long will it take? 10 minutes. Are they sensitive questions? No. All questions on the survey are related to the students' attitudes, behavior, and knowledge about tobacco. Is the survey voluntary? Yes. Okay, however, we would like 90 to 95% in the area to participate. Is this participation anonymous? Is student participation anonymous? Survey administration procedures are designed to protect student privacy and allow for anonymous participations. Students submit their questionnaire with no personal identifiers and place them all in an envelope, or publish reports will not include names of participating students. Are parents notified? Students taking the survey are required to notify parents of the survey and its general contents at least 2 weeks prior to survey. So they're gonna have to let them know as parents, yeah, I'm in a survey.
But the questions are not.
But they're gonna know, because it's just gonna get us.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, well, we don't have any age.
Yeah, like you know what they said, yeah.
This notification must include the information sheet that has been provided, and I have the information sheet. So, that's something, you know, they're gonna have to know about it. How are students selected? We were going to have randomly select classes to participate, so it's just gonna be the 12 classes. Are surveys and parent information forms available in Spanish? Yes, limited number of Spanish services will be available. And how do I enroll? Well, we'll give them the access code, and where can we get the information? Once the project is over, they will send us the report.
I don't see why it would hurt not to do it. I mean, as long as it's not asking personal information and it's not asking them directly.
Because the one from the parent is just because they're underage, they need the permission, so we're just gonna say, yes, I let my child.
I think I have to notify the parents that say that you all are the teachers in this classroom. I would give you all a set of notices and say, your child is going to participate in this survey. Do y'all want us to take it to the SHAC? Is mark it as a yes?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
Okay. Ma'am? Yes? Okay, great. Then we'll do it. Okay, any other questions?
With that notice that you're gonna be sending to parents, it's something that has to be signed and brought back because half the kids will probably lose it. So,
Yeah, it doesn't see that it has to be signed, it's just a notice.
And then
They
so.
can implement it to the district in order to make it sign, in order to get like, the number.
Because I'm saying, if you send it to my son, he is anonymous for.
No, I really didn't have.
At least to ensure that the parents at least know.
You'll find it at the school that
And now
you're.
our guardians, I mean,
Yeah.
taking that.
And then they have to bring the legal team, and we don't want to do that.
That's why I'm
Right,
saying,
every
the only thing I would
nothing
suggest is having a signed permission, is whoever doesn't sign it, okay, well, you don't participate.
Yeah,
Be thorough.
I'll find out, but it doesn't look like it has to be permission. Okay? For next meeting, I'm looking at our next meeting to be held in February. It'll give us, we'll be in the middle of our Texas Time Challenge. We'll be in the middle of it, so we'll get an update from Ms. Hines to see where we're at. Hopefully, everybody registers as a SHAC champion, especially SHAC, since SHAC members, because we are going to be pushing it. Any other questions or concerns at this time?
I'm really stuck on, when you talk to the superintendent, maybe doing some kind of awareness or starting maybe junior high through, of course, through high school about sex education, pregnancy.
When did they give it sex ed? Did we used to have it when we were kids?
I think it's policy that we don't.
It's the thing is, regarding sex ed, a lot of the power comes from the school district themselves. They themselves can decide whether or not to implement sex ed through the help of the SHS.
But then we-
Because the Texas Department of Health Services already has curriculum already set for any school district would like to implement those, that education.
I believe the SHAC has the power to give their advice of what they think the curriculum should look like to the board. They do their recommendation, but the board has this also.
Final say.
Also, the power.
So in this, Olivia, Sophia, can you tell them that Mr. Cortez, we can turn it off? As of now, we've already adopted our policy for the sex, but we can bring it up next time around when we do a ball.
Yeah, because at least if you want to start creating that institutional change within our students, that's to come from the district itself. Because I mean, at least for us as a health department, we can do what's, as much as we want, but in order to really facilitate our life for our students, we have to have those partnerships with the school district. So the SHAC